Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Asif Ali Sayed from the Department of Business Administration, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Today, we shall be discussing about the module Talent Management of the paper Skill Development and Social Entrepreneurship. After completing this module, the students will be able to understand the concept and relevance of talent management required in business organizations and get familiar with the dimensions of talent management for improving the human resource skills. Introduction to talent management. Talent management is managing the ability, competency and power of employees within an organization. The concept extends beyond recruiting the right candidate to exploring their hidden and unusual qualities. The concept extends beyond recruiting the right candidate to exploring their hidden and unusual qualities and developing and nurturing them to get the desired results. Hiring the best talent from the industry may be an important concern for the organizations today, but retaining them and most importantly transitioning them according to the culture of the organization and getting the best out of them is a much bigger concern. Talent management in organizations thus is a continuous process that involves sourcing, hiring, developing, retaining and promoting them while meeting the organization's requirements simultaneously. It also refers to the anticipation of required human capital and using strategic human resource planning to improve business value for organizations to reach their goals. A talent management strategy needs to link to business strategy to make sense. Talent recognition for achieving business goals, attracting them to work for you and strategically fitting them at a right place in your organization is the next step. It is to be remembered that placing a candidate at a wrong place can multiply your problems regardless of the qualification, skills, abilities and competencies of that person. Organizational benefits of talent management. Talent management can be a discipline as big as the human resource function itself or a small bunch of initiatives aimed at people and organizational development. Different organizations utilize talent management for their benefits. This is as per the size of the organization and their belief in the practice. Some of the benefits are right person in the right job. Through a proper ascertainment of people's skills and strengths, people decisions gain a strategic agenda. The skill or competency mapping allows in taking stock of skill inventories lying with the organization. This is especially important both from the perspective of the organization as well as employee, because if the right person is deployed in the right position, then the employee productivity increases. Also, since there is a better alignment between an individual's interest and the job profile leading to increased job satisfaction. The second is retaining the top talent. Despite changes in the global economy, attrition remains a major concern for organizations. Retaining top talent is important to leadership and growth in the marketplace. Organizations that fail to retain top talent are at the risk of losing out to competitors. The focus is now on charting employee retention programs and strategies to recruit, develop, retain and engage quality people. Employee growth is a career has to be taken care of while succession planning is being performed, and those who are on the radar need to be kept in the loop so that they know that their performance is being rewarded. Better hiring. The quality of an organization is the quality of the workforce it possesses. The best way to have the talent at the top is to build talent at the bottom. Thus, talent management programs, training and hiring assessments have become an integral part of HR processes nowadays. Understanding employees better. Employee assessment gives deep insight to the management about their employees. Understanding employee development needs, career aspirations, strengths and weaknesses, abilities, likes and dislikes makes it easier to determine what motivates whom, and this also helps a lot in job enrichment process. Better professional development decisions. Talent management exercises assist organizations towards identifying its high potential individuals, since organizational development calls for investment decisions towards learning, training and development of the individual for growth, succession planning, performance management, etc. Talent management assists in investment decisions, making this professional development exercise easier for them. Apart from this, having a strong talent management culture also determines how organizations rate their organizations as workplaces. In addition, if employees are positive about the talent management practices of the organization, they are more likely to have confidence in the future of their organization. The resultant is a workforce that is more committed, engaged and determined to outperform their competitors and ensure a leadership position in the market for their organization. Principles of talent management. The 4 principles of talent management are directed at bringing efficiency and effectiveness in manpower talent development process. Principle 1. Avoiding mismatch costs in the planning for future manpower requirements. Most of the HR professionals prepare a deep bench of candidates or manpower inventory. Many of the people who remain in this bracket start searching for other options and move when they are not raised to a certain position or profile. In such a scenario, it is better to keep the bench strength low and hire from outside from time to fill the gaps. This in no way means only hiring from outside, which leads to a skill deficit and affects the organizational culture. Such decisions can be taken by thinking about the make or buy decision. Perhaps questions like how accurate is the demand forecast, how long is the talent required, and can we afford to develop the talent? Answer to these questions can better help the talent management to decide on whether to develop or buy the talent. The second principle is reducing the risk of being wrong. In manpower anticipations for future, an organization can ill afford to be wrong. It's hard to forecast talent demands for future business needs because of the uncertainty involved. It is therefore very important to attune the career plans with the business plans. A 5-year career plan looks ridiculous along with a 2-year business plan. Further, long-term development and succession plans may end up as a futile exercise if the organization lacks a firm's retention strategy. The third principle is recouping talent investments. Developing talent internally plays in the long run. The best way to recover investments made in talent management is to reduce upfront costs by finding alternative and cheap talent delivery options. Organizations also require to rethink on their talent retention strategy to improve their employee retention. Another way that has emerged of late in many organizations is sharing development costs with the employees. Many of Tata companies, for example, sponsor their children's and their employees' children's education. Similarly, lots of organizations use promote then develop programs for their employees where the cost of training and development is shared between the two. One important way to recoup talent investments is spotting the talent early. This reduces the risk. More importantly, this identified a lot of people's needs to be given opportunities before they get it elsewhere. Principle 4 is balancing employee interests. How much authority should the employee have over their own development? There are different models that have been adopted by various corporations globally. There is the chess master model. But the flip side in this is that talented employees search for options. Organizations can also make use of the internal mobility program, which are a regular feature of almost all the top organizations. Talent management process. People are undoubtedly the best resources of an organization. Sourcing the best people from the industry has become the topmost priority of the organization today. In such a competitive scenario, Talent management has become the key strategy to identifying and filling the skill gap in a company by recruiting the high worth individuals from the industry. It is never ending process that starts from targeting people. The process regulates the entry and exit of talented people in an organization. To sustain and stay ahead in business, talent management cannot be ignored. In order to understand the concept better, let us discuss the stages included in the talent management process. Understanding the requirement. It is a preparatory step and plays a crucial role in the success of the whole process. The main objective is to determine the requirement of talent, and the main activities of this stage are developing job description and job specification. Sourcing the talent. This is the second stage of talent management process that involves targeting the best talent in the industry. Searching for people according to the requirement is the main activity. Attracting the talent. It is important to attract the talented people to work with you, as the whole process revolves only around this. After all, the main aim of talent management process is to hire the best people from the industry. Recruiting the talent. The actual process of hiring starts from here. This is the stage where people are invited to join the organization. Selecting the talent. This involves meeting with different people having same or different qualifications and skill sets as mentioned in job description. Candidates who qualify this round are invited to join the organization. Training and development. After recruiting the best people, they are trained and developed to get the best desired output. Retention. Certainly, it is the sole purpose of talent management process. Hiring them does not serve the purpose completely. Retention depends on various factors such as pay package, job specification, challenges involved in the job, designation, personal development of an employee, recognition, culture, and the fit between the job and the talent. Promotion. No one can work in an organization at the same designation with the same job responsibilities forever. Job enrichment thus plays an important role. Competency mapping. Assessing employees' skills, development, ability, and competency is the next step. If required, also focus on behavior, attitude, knowledge, and future possibilities of improvement. It gives you a brief idea if the person is a fit for the promotion further. Performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is all about measuring the actual performance of an employee, which is necessary to identify his or her true potential. It is to check whether the person can be loaded with extra responsibilities or not. Career planning. If the individual can handle the work pressure and extra responsibilities well, the management needs to plan his or her career so that he or she feels rewarded. It is good to recognize their efforts to retain them for a longer period of time. Succession planning. Succession planning is all about who will replace whom in the near future. The employee who has given his best to the organization and has been serving it for a very long period of time definitely deserves to hold the top position. Management needs to plan about when and how succession will take place. Exit. The process ends when an employee or an individual gets retired or is no more a part of the organization. Talent management process is a very complex process and is therefore very difficult to handle. The sole purpose of the whole process is to place the right person at the right place at the right time. The main issue of the concern is to establish a right fit between the job and the individual. Talent management, opportunities and challenge. There is no dearth of professionals, but there is an acute shortage of talented professionals globally. Every year, business schools globally churn out management professions in huge numbers, but how many of them are actually employable remains questionable. This is true for other professionals as well. There are the following opportunities and challenges that the talent management in organizations has to face today dealing with the demographic talent problems. First is recruiting talent. The recent economic downturn saw job cuts globally. Those who were most important to organizations in their understanding were retained, others were sacked. Similarly, huge shuffles happened at the top leadership positions. They were seen as crisis managers, unlike those who were deemed responsible for throwing organizations into troubled waters. It is the jurisdiction of talent management to get such people on board who are enterprising but ensure that an organization does not suffer for the same. Training and developing talent. The downturn also opened the eyes of organizations to new models of employment, part-time or temporary workers. This is a new challenge to talent management. Training and developing people who work on a contractual or project basis. What's more big challenge is increasing the stake of these people in their work, retaining talent. While organizations focus on reducing employee overheads and sacking those who are unessential in the short run, it also spreads a wave of demotivation among those who are retained, and uncertainty about the firing acts looms in their mind. It is essential to maintain a psychological contract with employees, those who have been fired as well as those who have been retained. Investing on people development in crisis is the best thing an organization can do to retain its top talent. Developing leadership talent. Leadership in action means an ability to take out of crisis situation, extract certainty out of uncertainty, set goals and driving change to ensure that the momentum is not lost. Identifying people from within the organization who should be invested upon is a critical talent management challenge. Creating talented ethical culture. Setting standards for ethical behavior, increasing transparency, reducing complexities, and developing a culture of reward and appreciation are still more challenges and opportunities for talent management. Application of talent management. In wake of the economic conditions, human resource professionals are under huge pressure to cut costs. Logically, this is best time to validate the importance of talent management. Hiring and compensating the best talent in the industry optimally and ensuring performance at the same time. As per industry statistics, only 5% of organizations possess a talent management strategy that is operational. Aging workforce is another area of concern that has created vacuums in organizations' leadership position. Organizations also report shortage of talent business line managers. All this has opened up avenues for human resource professionals for vindicating their stand on talent management, and once organizations understand that they need an integrated approach to talent management, the involvement of a top executive is important for driving success. Developing leadership pool. Succession planning and leadership development are two issues that have felt a sense of urgency after the recent economic downturn. Organizations have been seeking leadership positions to rescue them out of crisis. Performance management. After succession planning and leadership development, performance management comes next on the list. Without a thorough and standard way to measure performance, it is not possible to promote the right people to the right positions and motivate them to perform for organizational growth and development. Recruitment assumes significance. Recruitment becomes strategic. So to say, recruitment practices determine organizational effectiveness. In a tight labor market, it is a daunting task to attract the best talent towards your organization and then getting them on board. Internet has become an important source of external recruiting. Systems and standards have been laid down for the same. Here, building an employer brand is important. Those who do get the right people on board. Skill-based manpower planning. Manpower planning is a strategic HR process these days. Instead of a mere headcount-based hiring, manpower planning now extends to the locating critical skills, roles and responsibilities, and then ascertaining current and future talent needs for those roles. These are vital processes that optimize the performance of the human capital management. What is required is to ensure that they are consistent in order to ascertain they meet the business objectives. Talent management is in its nascent stage. These are still more processes that will be added in due course of time as organizations adopt for more initiatives in the direction. Now let us summarize what we have discussed so far. Talent management seeks to attract, identify, develop, engage, retain and deploy individuals who are considered particularly valuable to an organization. By managing talent strategically, organizations can build a high-performance workplace, encourage a leading organization add value to their building brand agenda, and contribute to the diversity in management. For these reasons, human resource professionals widely consider talent management to be among their key priorities. The term talent management is usually associated with competency-based management. Talent management decisions are often driven by a set of organizational core competencies as well as position-specific competencies. The competency set may include knowledge, skills, experience, and personal traits demonstrated through the defined behaviors. Thank you.